In this module, I'll be talking about UX research presentation, how to present your survey data. Remember, after doing your UX research through the online survey, having sent a link to your audience and you've gotten their feedback, so how then do you present your data on Miro? So let's quickly run. So when it comes to data presentation, there are some key things we need to take note of. Of course, we've introduced you to Miro briefly, and I've shown you how to use the tools on Miro to get the sticky note. But we'll be doing a more practical session this time around. So for data presentation, there are a few things you need to take note of. The first is you are going to be creating an affinity map, you create empathy map, you create user persona, you create a problem statement, and you also bring up your selected idea, which is the how might we statement. Don't worry, I'll explain all of this. So how do you come about your presentation? So how do you go about it? Rather, you take your data from Google Forms to Miro. Remember, Google Form is a software of its own, then Miro is a software of its own as well. So you take data from Google Form to Miro. So let's quickly do that. So here's my Google Form. So after sending out your link and you've encouraged people to fill or take the survey, the online survey, the next thing you want to do is you want to extract your data, the feedback of the respondent, and take that data to your Miro software. So this is how you go about it. You click on response. Once you click on response, you'll see you don't really need their names. It's just the data you need. So necessary data can begin from gender. So I had 3 options in this question. I said your gender, male, female, prefer not to say. I think we had correct headed people take this form, and they all fill their gender. So we had 56 male and 46 female. So I'm going to pause for now. Let me take you to Miro and show you what the affinity map, the empathy map, the user persona, the statement of problem, and the selected idea looks like. So let's quickly go to my Miro. So I have a sample here. So this is what it looks like. So the affinity map is the direct data you get from your survey. Then when you analyze the data, you now come up with an empathy map. The empathy map shows how the user thinks, how they feel, what they do, and what they say. You understand? So after the empathy map, the next is you create this is like a general view of the users. So you now create a persona, just like an ideal user, just one person. I'll teach you how to do all of this. Then once you create your persona, is going to have about the user, like the name, the person's age, the gender, occupation, and all of this. So this data I'm using to teach this training or this topic is a research I carried out for an e-commerce store. So when we analyze the data properly, you get to understand more about it. So the user persona has the about user is also divided into 4 quadrants, just like the empathy map. So it has about the user, his pain point, or the person's pain point, of course, is an individual here. Then the goal, what you want to achieve with the data you've gotten, and the person's need. I think the need should even come before the goal. You can place it before the goal. So about the user, the pain point, the needs, and the goal. Then when you are done with this, you can now create the problems. Don't we'll analyze this data so that you for better understanding. So I did an online survey and I was able to come up with feedback. So this was the gender of the people that I had. How many responses? 18 responses. So The affinity map is just simply analyzing the data you got from your survey. So I'll show you how to copy and paste the data, don't worry. So I was able to get, let me just quickly go back to, so this is where you copy. You click on copy, then you come to your Miro and you paste it. Let me just paste it here. So we should use Ctrl V to paste. So I'll just use Ctrl V. So I'm pasting that data now. You can see it. So you see what the data looks like. Let me bring it here. So this is for the what's it called, the Tasty Crib. That's the food app. So you can choose to increase this stuff to make it bigger. So what am I doing here? I'm just analyzing the data. I said responses. We had a survey was sent out. We got 18 responses. That's for the e-commerce app. So out of the responses, 44.4%. So your affinity map is you analyzing this data. You get? So 44.4%, which you have here, as simple as that, are male. Oh, this is not called. Okay, are female, of course. The red is for female. While 55.6 are males under responses. The next thing we got was their age bracket. So age bracket, 10 persons out of the 18 fall under the category of 15 to 25 years. 8 persons fall under 20 to 50 years. So we have no body for 51 to 65 and 65 above. So I also analyze that. You just copy the way I copied from here. Let me go back again for the age. See that this is different now. You click on copy, then you come to Miro and paste. So your affinity map is just you simply analyzing. Why are they asking me to use Ctrl V? I don't want to use the short key. You analyzing your data, your feedback. So I'll just come here and do something like this. You right click to so that's just that. You can arrange it to however it suits you. So I said age bracket, response from persons between ages 15 to this thing, and you just analyze the age brackets. Like 10 persons were between the ages of 15 to 25, then 8 persons were between the ages of 25 to 50. So you analyze it properly. Let me redo this. So this is response, 10 persons. No, I shouldn't put percentage. Age bracket 15 to 25 years. 8 persons 25 to 50, between the age bracket of 25 to 50. So that's that. So the next thing you want to analyze, for that form I had employment status. So a good number of them were not employed because they were students and graduates that are not employed. This is Nigeria. So then students, okay, employed, unemployed, few of them were not employed. Okay. Alright, so employment status, 72% of respondents are employed, 11.1% are unemployed, 16.7% are students. So your affinity map is just you simply analyzing the data. So how do you do this now? Okay, let me quickly do a demonstration. So I've copied, you saw me copy, right? So the next thing I have to do now is to take my sticky notes and draw something like this. I can type something like response, RESPONSES, enter. A survey was carried out. I don't need to write all of those plenty stuff. I'll just say how many percent? 56% were female, 44% were male. So we're at 56% female, female, 44% male, male. You can also reduce the size if you want. It's on auto, so I'll just give it a preferred size. Let's try 14. 14 is too small. Let's try 24. Okay, 24 is fine. So I can make this bold. Remember, this is the property of whatever you are selecting. So this is fine. I could press enter to. So you can put it as much as however you want, rather. So you do the same thing for this. Once you've gotten one sticky note, I just advise you duplicate with alternate. I'm holding down shift to keep it aligned. You can see that line in the middle, means it's aligned. You can also change the color of your sticky notes, so just make it look colorful. So 8 brackets, I could just come here and write 8 brackets. So affinity map is you analyzing your data. AGE bracket BRACKET. 3 persons, 12%. You could use the number, you could use the percentage. 12% fall within the ages of 15 to 20 years old. That's for this, in this case. Then 20% fall within the ages of 21 to 35 years. Then 36 to 60 years, 2%. Oh, this is 80%, not 20%. 20 persons, 80%. Then 2% fall within the category of. So these are you analyze your data. 36 to 60, 8 brackets. So we have that. The next thing you want to do is you go back to your form. Remember, you are taking from your form to Miro. You go to the next. What's your favorite meal? You copy. You go to Miro and you paste with Ctrl V. Let's not use right click. So I bring this here, so I can have something like this. I duplicate this again with alternate and shift to keep it aligned. So I could change the color of this with, maybe let's give this color. You can also change the color of your font too. So I could give this sticky note even a white color or a gray color like this. You understand? So, but this looks like my background, so let me make for contrast sake. So you can just call me a favorite meal, FAVORITMEAL. Okay, this is on auto. Wow. So you can just put rice and chicken, depending on what you are doing. Fried rice, FRIED RICE, 6 persons. Jollof rice, JO. So remember, it is analyzing your data. That's just what it is. You're analyzing the data you got on Miro. That's what affinity map is. 7 persons, jollof rice, RICE. Then Gari and soup, GARRI. Gari and soup, how many persons? 6 persons. So you keep doing your analysis until you are done. So this is how you do it. Then you can now come to text. Yeah, and you do something like this. Maybe the name of your brand, Tasty Crib, TASTYCRIB, Tasty Crib affinity map. Ctrl AFFINITYMAP. Then you make this bold. If you want to give this like this is 113. Wow. So you are arranging in this order: affinity map, empathy map. So when you are done analyzing your data, just the way I'm doing, I'm not analyzing everything because of time. The next thing you want to do is to create your empathy map. So how do you get the data for your empathy map? Remember I said when you are doing your research question, your online survey, you give them room to suggest something or to say their mind. Especially you put that as the last question. You understand? So when you analyze that kind of when you analyze their feedback, you can now know how they are feeling. So let's quickly analyze this feedback. So you notice that this first person is saying the estimated time of delivery should be displayed on the menu. So this is how they are feeling. Empathy map means putting yourself in the user's shoe. You understand? Like trying to create an ideal picture of what these people feel, how they are thinking, what they do, and what they are saying. So for this what's it called, this survey I did, I may not be able to analyze this other one in this class or in this module, but I'm going to quickly run through this my previous work. So like I said, this was for an e-commerce app where we sell things like grocery, cosmetics, food stuff, and all of that. So under how they think, I said something like, I hope my package arrives. So remember, empathy means you putting yourself as the ideal user. Like if you're the user, how will you feel, or just trying to put yourself in their mind. So I was able to put myself in their mind, and one of the things or some of the things they'll be thinking, I made this in 4 quadrants. One quadrant is how they are thinking, how they feel, what they do, what they say. So this person is thinking, I hope my package arrives in good shape. The person has placed an order. Remember I said it's an e-commerce app I did this for. That's Fifi Super Hall empathy map. So how I hope my package arrives in good shape. If my package is not delivered, I will drag this company online. This is what they are thinking. Well, there is a guarantee. They have probably gotten read a guarantee from somewhere. What if something bad happens? So this is what they are thinking. So how they feel, they'll feel they'll have high expectation after they place their order. They will have some level of excitement, they will have some level of nervousness and all of that, unease, a bit of fear. So how they do, so you just need to know this. If this was a physical class, I would have sent you this link to also study, but I'll just try to capture it very well in this video. So what they do, imagine they've already placed their order, so they will look through the window to see if the delivery man is outside. They will check their phone calls. If the delivery man is calling, they will check the app for customer care. So I'm just trying to paint a practical picture of what an ideal user is going to do when they are using this product, probably for the first time. So they will call a friend and ask if the person has shopped with this platform before. So what they will be saying, if there's an issue, I will call the customer care. Let me even check if there's customer care contact in the app. Let me call my friend and ask if he has shopped on this app before. Well, my package will definitely come. So these are some of the things they're just trying to be optimistic. There are some of the things they'll be saying. So empathy map, like I said, gives you helps you put yourself in the user's mind. You get then the next thing, when you are done with this, you now create a persona for your presentation. A persona, having known what they feel. So you just take one person. So the problem we're trying to solve with this app is to help people cut down their activities and help them place order for their groceries, cosmetics, and all of that, and to be delivered to them. So the persona I created for this was thus. So user persona has 4 quadrants, almost like the empathy map, but this time around we have about the user that captures. You could also check Google to see what persona looks like. I think you get more information on that. So it captures the about the user, the age, the gender, occupation, all of that. So in this case, I said Fedro is 25 years old, Nigerian, who does a 9 to 5 job. He works from Monday to Friday every week, and he has, so the persona you are trying to create an ideal person. The empathy map was like a general stuff, but now you are creating let's say an avatar. Can be called an avatar, but a user persona showing a real life person that's, of course, from your survey you'd have seen people's pain point and frustration. So I said Fedro is a 25 years old Nigerian who does a 9 to 5 bank job. He works from Monday to Friday every week and has only Saturday to do his house chores, shopping, and also to have his rest. His house chores, his shopping, and also to have his rest. So what are his pain points? Fedro has missed shopping on several occasions and had to survive on junks. He doesn't rest as much as he desires whenever he commits to doing all his weekend chores. He wish he had someone that could do his shopping for him. I think Fedro is a bachelor. Alright, so what are his needs? He needs someone that can handle his shopping for him, and an alternative for him is a reliable online store for his shopping and deliveries. He really desires to shop online if it were possible. You understand? You could see the young guy's frustration. So what's our goal? Our goal is to help Fedro cut down his domestic chores and activity over the weekend so that he can have more rest. So if someone can cater for his shopping, it means he could do other chores and rest well. You understand? So when you are done with the persona, you've stated your goal, you can now write the problem statement. You know the problem already. Remember, Fedro is representing your general users. I tell people this, that whenever you are creating a product, you are creating a product to offer a solution or to provide a solution. So if your product is not going to meet a real life need, then you don't have a product. Your website, you don't have a website, you don't have a mobile app. So what you are doing is to meet a need. So what's your statement of problem? To create an online store where people can shop with convenience. So these are the things we sell there: grocery, foodstuff, electronics, cosmetics, and all of that. So once this is set, once your problem statement is clear, the next thing is your selected idea. How might we create? This is where you now have the how might we statements. How might we means you are trying to brainstorm. Okay, how can we do this? How can we do this? How can we do that? Trying to gather solution together, innovative solution, like I said in my previous presentation. So the selected idea is the 5th thing, I guess, you'll be working on in your Miro presentation. So we're looking at the affinity map, empathy map, user persona, problem statement, and selected idea. So that's where you have the how might we statement. How might we create an app that people can shop? How might we create an online store that gives speedy delivery? How might we create an app where people can track their package? So this is how it works. Okay, very quickly before I round up, I'm going to show you. Of course, I did this in my when I introduced you to Miro, but I'll still do it again. So you want to take up shapes and what's it called? So let's say you want to draw the persona. Most I encourage you to do a research. Remember, you have the community, Miro community. You can see what other persons have done. So if I want a box, I'll just click on the shape to select a square, and I draw something like this. You see, I've drawn my box. Is this text or what? Okay, this is what the box looks like. So you can give it a color. When you select it, this is the property, border style, set color. There's no color, you can give it a color. You can reduce the opacity from here. Hope you are seeing what I'm doing. You can give it gray color depending on what you want. This is the opacity. You can reduce it, you can increase it. So if you want to achieve something like this is how you come about it. So you can just increase the size if you want. From here you do something like this. So this is how you draw the box. So if you need a circle, you might wonder, how did I get this image here? You can just copy the image and paste here. It works as fast as you can imagine. So if I want something like this, something curved like this, I can go to shapes again and I select this curve kind of rectangle, and you can there's a lot you can do here. There's a lot. So you can choose to write inside or you write outside and drag stuff. So if I want, just like now, you see what I'm doing here. Let me alternate to duplicate. So when it comes to writing, you can either place your text or you draw a text box like this and you write inside. Press enter, you write inside, you press enter. So when you are done, you can now place inside as the case may be. So this is how you get your shapes, you get your text, you get your sticky notes, and that's that. So we can call this the end of our presentation. So if you have questions, you can reach out to me. Probably my number will be somewhere you can find it, so that we can discuss more. So thank you for staying to the end of this module. See you in the next module. Have a great day. Bye.